Welcome everybody.
Hey, what's up everybody?
My name is Erik.
And I'm Peter. And I'm new here. Well, I haven't been in the live stream for quite a while.
Yeah.
Happy to be back.
So before we started, I told him Peter should not talk too much because otherwise this will take 4 hours and we have content for only, yeah. No. You can talk a little bit, you know. You're here for your skills.
My lips are sealed.
Yeah. Fail. Good to see everybody again in the chat. Today we're going to talk about Computex, a big event for hardware and technology in Taiwan. We have a lot of content. Actually, when we started preparation, we thought we didn't have any content, right?
It starts like that every year, doesn't it?
No new GPUs, no new CPUs.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, come on, what do we have? And then we get some pictures of the booth and we're like, what's that? What's that? And then we start asking questions and then there comes all the content.
Indeed. Okay, so we have a giveaway. You actually played it last night, right?
I did, yeah. It's, I mean, Command & Conquer is one of my childhood favorites as well, and this is really like a spiritual successor to that. So, man, I actually, you know, watched the live stream of you guys playing that as well, and I was kind of jealous that you got to you know, interview the guy. But yeah, Tempest Rising, it's really good. If you like real-time strategy RTS games, especially in the yeah, basically in the same thing as the old Command & Conquer
this is back to basics with awesome graphics.
It's like, it's the cutscenes, the briefings,
audio,
welcome
the
back,
music.
Commander. You know that kind of, you know, really the old school thing, man. It's just the whole package. I love it. Anyway, yeah, we have, I believe, 4 more codes to give away today.
Yeah.
So 4 of you lucky bastards are gonna get a code.
Go to msi.com/enthusiast-insider or in YouTube and Twitch. You will see the link on which you can click for Gleam.
Yeah.
And you know the drill. So
Exactly.
let's start, Peter.
Yeah, let's get
I
going.
hope everything works because we had a lot of problems for getting everything ready for this live stream. Yeah.
There we go.
So, like I already said, Computex, one of the big events. You also have CES in Las Vegas. This is in Taipei, Taiwan.
Yes.
And yeah, this is where the whole industry is. So a lot of
Pretty
hardware
much.
vendors. This is our booth. It's really busy. I also see a lot of media complaining that they cannot do their videos because too many people.
I mean, the thing is, how do you design a booth like that? Because you have to do the presentation, you have to design, you know, okay, this is the part for notebooks, this is the part for other products. But like you say, right, like media also always wants a place where they can record the video. So I always wonder, like, do they take that into account as well?
Yeah, we do.
Probably
because
do,
I remember when we launched the first Godlike, which was the first motherboard with RGB LED, it was so crowded. So how do you say that? A small hallway. So we said next year after, okay, we're going to make it bigger, more open. But still, you know.
Well, now basically it is open because it's a big open thing. Like there's no corridors or anything.
No.
They make corners and you know, places where they display the products.
Oh,
Small displays.
Gigaram is saying, Erik, say AI again.
Oh God.
We should have like a bucket here because this is an AI fest.
Yeah.
And each time we say AI,
Oh
that's
God.
like number 4
We
already.
have to put something in.
Yeah, a quarter in.
Maybe like do another giveaway. I bet you guys would appreciate that. What we do.
Okay, now we don't have this many game codes from
true.
this
Sadly,
game anymore.
Indeed, that would be.
On the booth, we also have like a Hall of Fame for all the Best of Computex awards.
Yes.
A lot of products over there. Some are old, some are new. I remember when I'm sometimes, you know, when I'm in Taiwan, and then people they need to already, I think months before Computex, they need to go there and present the product, pitch it, show it.
I was actually
part of the group.
Indeed, that had to do for the IF awards, I believe, and some other things indeed, that, you know, you have to fill in an application and provide all kinds of stuff. And a lot of times this is like some awards you get, like this Best of Computex IF awards. For those things you can apply before the product launches, let's say. But there are also awards, which we will see later on. We also won a couple of them, which you get after the product it comes out. And those are pretty much like either, you know, review awards and customer awards that basically after people get to experience the product, they will decide, do we actually like this product or not?
Yeah.
So
some are by the public, some are by professional media.
Yeah, or a combination of both. Yeah.
So let's start talking a little bit about Claw first and our notebooks.
Yes.
Last year maybe already 2 years ago, we launched, maybe 1.5 years or something. We launched the first Claw.
Yes.
Based on Intel, so that was a big difference because everybody at that moment in the market, they were using the AMD platform.
Yes.
We had Intel Lunar Lake. The first Claw, it was a new platform. Drivers had issues, but
it's a learning curve and a learning process.
In the end, it ended up quite good. And then the platform, first one was Meteor Lake.
Yes.
Lunar Lake after that. That was much better.
Already more mature and
but also the CPU from Intel was way more power efficiency.
Which is really important for this kind of platform.
And a lot of people always ask, why don't you do AMD? Well, here you have it. Our first AMD-based Ryzen Z2 Extreme. The CPU is not on the market yet. This was announced during CES, so that's like
a couple of months ago.
4 months ago. And this should come on the market in the second half of this year. So a lot of people asking us, when will this AMD Claw launch? Let's say in a couple of months. Depends on AMD, depends on some other things. If you look at this Claw, for the rest, it is almost identical to the Lunar Lake, to the Intel version. The tooling is a bit different. Later you also see the Intel version. Intel version is a bit more rounded. This is a bit more edgy. Is that the correct English? Edgy?
Let's say it's like sharp angles design. Indeed.
Sharp angles indeed. The display is the same. Also comes with Windows 11 Home. The memory is a little bit different, and it depends on the configuration. The Intel one has Thunderbolt 4. This one has USB 4, so it's a little bit different, but this one gets 2 USB 4 connectors, so still high speed for uploading content or having a connection to your desktop. This one comes with Wi-Fi 6E, while the Intel version has Wi-Fi 7. Both have an 80 watt-hour battery, and the how do you say that?
Weight.
The weight indeed is a little bit. The AMD one is a little bit lighter, but it's still estimated depending on the final configuration.
How fast is the CPU? I mean, how do you want us to measure that? There's like 100 different ways to.
Yeah, the problem with these handhelds are, you are not really benchmarking performance, but more thermal performance.
Not also that, but they also have multiple performance modes. So there is like, if you're on the go and you want the battery to last, there is like a more eco type mode where it's very efficient. But then it will not be the peak performance. And you have, when you're, for example, connected to power at home into a power plug, you can put it to the max performance. So there's like different grades of performance possible with a device like this.
And I believe the performance, if you look at this platform versus Lunar Lake, the performance will differ not that much, but Intel might be on some points of TDP, it will be a little bit more efficient.
Yes.
But I mean, this handheld, they have a 120 Hz screen, so it's not about, and 1080p, so it's not about high resolution, high FPS gaming. It's a handheld.
Yes, it's more like chilled gaming, sit back. I also see Emperor Barafomat. Hope I'm saying that right. Can't you give us a dedicated date? People don't like the first half or quarter. We also don't like that. The thing is, we don't know the date yet, and I also don't think it's wise to commit to a date if you're not 100% sure that you can deliver on it, right? Because something people hate more, I think, than having a vague window of when something comes is when you say it's going to come on a certain date and then you have to delay.
And this is the problem with these kind of events like CES and Computex. Some of these products will, even 6 months later, they will still not be in the market.
Sometimes, I mean, some of them are like, they're like instantly available. We'll see a couple of them later on as well. And some of them are basically just, we're floating ideas, and so it's like concepts, and so they might take a while to mature and figure out if they're even viable in the end.
So this one is in green, lime green, I would say. We also have a white one, that's the Polar Tempest edition. Basically, specs are the same, just different color. And later on the booth, I have a movie from a booth tour done by somebody from Notebook team. They will also show you some other colors like purple, and these two will be the first on the market: the white and for AMD, the white and the lime green one. And also we have a new Claw AI Plus based on Lunar Lake Intel Ultra 7 285. What is it? 258V. And this one is now also in white available. So first was a black one or anthracite. Is it English?
Anthracite or graphite color, but it's like a dark black color it used to be, and now we also have it. There's still a black or dark part at the bottom, but also available in white. We notice a lot of people really like these handheld devices in a lighter color. Obviously you want to move along with that.
So that's about Claw. Then let's move on notebook. Here you have an idea of how the notebook stand looked. Actually, later we this morning we got a boot tour on video. It's like 5 minutes. We will play it.
Yes.
Then you see how big it is. But this is part of the gaming notebooks. And today we're not going to talk that much about gaming notebooks.
Yeah, true.
Because basically everything is launched already. The new Intel GPUs, the new AMD, the NVIDIA GPUs.
Yeah. The mobile ones.
Yeah. This is something for the Dragon, the Norse edition, the Dragon Myth edition we launched at CES, I believe it was.
Yes.
So now I also saw this standing there on the corner. I was like, wow, it looks nice.
Yes.
Always have
not
these.
Not new, but necessarily, but still a nice highlight.
Yeah. We just want to show you people what's happening on the booth.
And this, however, is new.
Yeah, this is the Artisan collection. Yes. So the Norse edition already had the back painted, hand painted, and we will have more notebooks like this. And the first one, these are some concepts, and the middle one is the first one we're going to launch.
Yes.
It's your turn, Peter. Pronounce it. Prestige 13 AI Plus.
I say Ukyo, but I think they say Ukyo-e, but I have no idea.
Japanese.
I've never spoken Japanese, so anyway.
So,
but I think everybody kind of recognizes the big wave of Kanaga, I think it's called, and that's really famous artwork. It just looks so impressive. I would freaking love to have this on my laptop because it makes it, you could just put this somewhere and it's like a work of art.
Indeed.
And you'll see even more about how because it's not just a print, this.
This is handmade. So, I mean, the specs, make a screenshot of it. It's a 13-inch notebook with integrated graphics. Yes. This is how it made. Basically, each layer is painted step by step, and I have a movie of that.
Yes.
I hope the audio is good.
MSI が私に与える印象は繊細で耐久性があり、美しく純粋だということです。美とは一つの信念であり、細部へのこだわりと幾度もの失敗を得てもなお理想の姿を追い求め続ける過程そのものです。金の部分には金箔の粉を使用しており、その厚みの加減はすべての職人の経験によって決まります。簡単に成し遂げられるものではありません。だからこそ一つ一つを最高の形で仕上げられたとき、その価値は何物にも代え難いものとなるのです。
Yes. So as you can see, it's really exquisite how this is made and the craftsmanship.
So basically, you can say each one is unique and they're all handmade.
Yes.
It's like I don't know how you call that process.
Well,
it's like how you print T-shirts.
Artisanal. But I mean it's
multiple layers on there.
Yeah.
There is a protective layer.
What is the protective? I would say it's maybe some kind of lacquer. It looks like.
Apply a clear, lacquer.
There you go.
Yeah. That's a protective finish.
And that's because it's lacquer. That's like the piano lacquer finish. You know that? It's really shiny and it just looks really high end, really with a lot of finesse, I would say. And it really brings out the color as well if you do it in a good way. But it's just I haven't seen it in person, but damn, this is something I would love to have.
So there are a lot of accessories in the box, like the mousepad, the badge, I believe it is. This artist was also on the booth.
Yeah.
But I wanted to include a photo, but you don't know the guy. It's the guy, and I don't know him. So. Then on the boot there is a lot of things to see about SSD cooling, about notebook cooling. So they explain to customers how different notebooks work. So we have different kind of levels of cooling. either fan cooling, Cooler Boost 5 is with, you see there a lot of heat pipe in the middle, and then the top one with a vapor chamber. And of course, this all combines is for the high-end notebooks.
Yes.
This is we already have, I think 2 years ago, an AMG Motorsport deal with Mercedes. Of actually, it's called Mercedes AMG.
And
yeah. And what did I say?
Just a deal, but it's more like a sponsorship
indeed,
or partnership.
So, and this is the first Prestige notebook, because before that we only had Stealth. So this is the Prestige 16 AI Plus. Again, Intel based, integrated graphics, and you see all the accessories you get with it. So a carry bag, a mouse, mouse pad, etc. And we now also have an AMD based one, and that's the Stealth 16 AI Plus, Mercedes AMD Motorsport. That comes with a Ryzen AI 9 HX 370, so quite powerful, also with integrated graphics, discrete graphics, RTX 5070. So this is, if you compare it with the integrated graphics one, it's a different kind of notebook. I mean, this one is more for battery life, for business.
Yes.
And this one you can also use, should I say AI or gaming?
Both.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, isn't it kind of the same thing at this point
Yeah,
for many people?
for a lot of
I mean,
people
AI is kind of taking over a lot of gaming things as well. So
Yeah, indeed.
you have
indeed.
AI assistants and stuff. So.
Yeah. Then we also have a new generation of notebooks on display. They're based on the new Intel Panther Lake platform.
Yeah.
Intel already talked about it. I believe they didn't announce when this will come on the market, but you can bet this will still take a long time.
We checked what we're allowed to say. We are allowed to say Intel Panther Lake, and that's it.
More.
That's it. Like that's the line.
Yeah, indeed. But all of these notebooks are either 2-in-1 flip models, so you can use them as a butterfly, and
exactly, you can flip them the other way around, kind of to put them like upright,
I have some photos
like a tablet, kind
like
of to show the other side.
They're all really ultra thin. They're targeting
productivity. I would say
daily battery life, so like a full day.
Yeah.
So like Intel talked a little bit more about Panther Lake, so look it up. They also did some demos already. But yeah, this is not for the coming months. This is still far out. The next notebook platform, and like what I said, before Computex, they already introduced all the new notebook platforms. I think in November, January, and like March or something.
Yeah.
So you can see them here. They also have a new MSI logo.
Yes.
They're all rounded, really thin. So it's a different design.
Nice
language.
Flow, very clean, rounded edges indeed. So a little bit of a new concept.
And
there.
these kind of events like Computex is also to get customer and media feedback.
Correct.
Like what do you think about it? What is good? What is bad?
Basically, also shoot. Like you see Linus, and he often goes into these booths and then shoots the video. And while shooting the video, he will just stumble upon something and say, "Oh, I like this," or "Oh, this I don't like," and then he'll look at the representatives that's there and like, no, this is a no-no or something. And so this is kind of how you get feedback as well. But yeah.
And then of course RTX 5060 laptop GPUs were also announced. So basically Jensen was on stage and he showed like this GPU we put in the notebook.
Yes.
It's actually not like that, because we all know that mobile GPUs are a bit different because they have power constraints.
Yes.
It's all about battery life and TDP, so and heat, of course. In
and also it depends, right? Like you can have in like more gaming-oriented laptops or systems, you can have higher TDP of the same GPU. So like, anyway.
So Shadow Wilsk 2 is saying, "Ooh, new logo style." Yeah, we're not sure what to think about it, and
it's the first time we saw it as well.
Yeah.
So they unveiled it here, and I think they might still. They mentioned it's not 100% finalized yet.
Also for customer feedback. So let us know what if you like it or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you like that we have that many different styles of logos. But yeah.
Or if you don't like,
let
us know as well.
Like if you like or not.
Yeah,
anyway.
we have our own opinion about this.
It's,
But needless to say,
It does fit the concept nicely, I have to say.
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
rounded
Yeah.
and the clean edges and
Yeah.
so anyway.
So what I was saying,
Yes.
yeah, these notebooks with RTX 5060 will also come to the market, and I believe the other ones, I'm not really into the mobile space, but I believe 5070, 5080, 5090, they're already
Should already be there.
yeah,
right?
they're already there on the market.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
oh yeah, we have a movie.
This is the booth tour.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
for the
MSI
notebook part.
2025 Computex.
If the audio is
we
not
have the
loud
next
enough, let us know.
generation laptops here, where MSI talks not about the present, but also about the future. We have a huge, significant upgrade with over 24 hours of battery life, and not just that, we have variety of different colors of chassis with one of the thinnest laptop in the world.
You're
Not
saying the same
only
thing as I was
hardware itself,
telling you.
accessories. We will have the latest and thinnest MSI pen ever to exist on the planet. Next gen era is very exciting, but we've got more than that. Next is my favorite part of the booth, the Artisan collection. Artisan is about artistic. With AI coming in the future, everything is becoming automatic. But MSI, we cherish the importance and artistic in handcraft. The Artisan collection, one of the iconic limitation that we could be launching. This is the new ukiyo-e limited edition, purely handcraft, Japanese Arctic 6 style. This is so unique that you cannot find a second one on earth. And how this is made is very interesting. There are 8 steps into making this artistic piece. One of the important steps is the traditional Japanese style maki-e dab on gold powder design, where they would brush the powders on it. Very beautiful, very unique, and this is limited edition. So come get it quick before it all runs out. Next up, let's talk about our business party laptop. With working from home being more and more popular, don't let your laptop restrict you where you want to work. Next up, we're not going to miss out our new AMG collection, the Prestige 16 AMG. Brand new design, brand new chassis, and of course, brand new selections. You can now add another AMG into your own collection. We have new gaming selections coming up. Let's go. Introducing the PCIe Gen 5, the latest SSD in the market with 18,000 megabytes per second. One of the best things about the MSI PCIe, average temperature is 10 degrees lower than the competitors. We have an extra heat pipe on our SSD. We can achieve better than our competitors. Gaming is always a big thing when it comes to gaming laptop. With our first 18-inch 4K 120 Hz, we are taking gaming to the next level. We can reach over 120 FPS while you game. This is an incredible achievement with our latest technology. We're not going to miss another version, the AMG collection. If you're not the business party type, we still have the gaming version of the Stealth AMG. AMG is the performance, and Stealth meets that performance. Next up, we're going to talk about the Thunderbolt 5. All our laptops, high-end premium laptops, have Thunderbolt 5, but what makes our Thunderbolt 5 different is the Thunderbolt Share. If you want to know about it, come to the booth while I head up to the next section, but don't forget to visit our Thunderbolt 5 technology, the Thunderbolt Share. Now, very important, when we talk about cooling, it's not just about fan spinning, it's about how long you can spin for. This fan has been spinning for 210 days non-stop, and it's still counting. What does that mean? Simple. You can use your laptop for over 10 years, keeping your laptop cool and continually working with your high performance tasks. And still going. Let's see how far we can go. Handheld, MSI offers a unique solution, one of the best. Introducing the Claw. This new ergonomic design can let you game for hours non-stop without feeling uncomfortable. And the best part is that we have the Hall effect joysticks, which lasts a lot longer than any other competitors in the market. We offer the new range AMD Z2 Extreme CPU selection with 5 different colors. 2 coming now and more coming in the future. So MSI have all the selections for your handheld device. That's it for the Computex tour. And we welcome you to join us in these few days. And hopefully I can see you here. And don't forget to say hi to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, I think that's almost it.
Yeah, this was also crazy.
For those who don't know, that's Jensen, who is the founder and CEO of NVIDIA.
With the MSI founders and directors.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
That's about notebooks and our Claw. I also saw Skeets was asking when are they coming. Oh, yeah.
We mentioned this before. We don't have a specific date yet.
Couple of months, so 2 to 3 months,
Exactly.
I would say.
Yeah.
And before they're really in the markets, let's say 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
But we don't know.
Indeed. There's no date yet. So yeah.
No, he's not AI. That's a real colleague.
Who?
The guy in the video.
Jensen. I think
No,
he's referring to Jensen.
Oh.
Jensen is very much AI.
Yeah, he's AI.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The father of AI, I guess.
Let's do a giveaway.
Yes.
Our first giveaway today, Tempest Rising, a very cool game if you like Command & Conquer, if you're old enough.
Even if you're not. If
Well,
just,
you know, my son, he's 12,
Yeah.
the oldest one.
Yeah.
I was like, he saw me playing and he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I wanted to explain, but I'm like, no, you needed to, it's difficult to
let him
love.
try.
Yeah, but it's difficult.
He probably doesn't have the patience for
Oh
it.
no,
I
no,
guess.
no, no!
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
generation.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
Swipe.
Yeah. Instant, just one button, and you have to win or lose, and that's it.
Yeah, indeed. First
Gambling
giveaway.
machine.
If you still want to participate, Peter, you do a giveaway.
Yeah.
If you want to participate, go to msi.com/2/insider or on YouTube and Twitch. You can still click on the Gleam links and participate. We will give away some more today. Last game codes for Tempest Rising.
Indeed. All right, so our first winner's name is Sol Kati.
Congratulations.
Sol Kati. So congratulations.
Yeah.
We will get in touch with you and send you the details on how to get the game. There's 3 more codes to give away, so we will do this every half hour. We'll try to do it periodically.
So Peter, this is your part, right?
Yeah.
The VJ part.
Yes. So this is basically to give you some impression of, again, some of the things that we show on the booth. This is all the current
This
cooling.
is a wall on the boot, right?
Yeah. So this is like, a full wall, and basically this can be used to give demonstrations of how the cooling works and how the cards work and what kind
And
of
it looks
parts are
like
in
the
it.
wall is also in the shape of a backplate.
Something, it could very well be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the concept, but you can see on the top left there are some backplates. The coolers with the fans are in the middle, and then on the left you've got some, the parts that are on the cold plates, let's say, that are on the GPU itself, and the memory at the bottom, the fans, and then moving towards the right, you get more the smaller parts of what makes up the heatsink. So heat pipes and various shapes and sizes of fins. So these are all can be used to kind of demonstrate. Most media, to be honest, already know this.
And you guys also know if you join our live stream.
Exactly.
Peter,
We usually take.
and me.
Yeah. Well, we used to, let's say, because we haven't done graphics cards for a while. But in the past few years, we've usually done some teardowns and shown. We didn't actually take the heat pipes out of the heatsink, which
I think they're soldered.
They're not. That's not possible without destroying the heatsink.
Yeah, then it's possible.
Yeah, but we need to put them back together usually.
Okay.
So that's a bit
So
tricky.
let's have a look.
Yeah, indeed. So one of the other things that you see there as well is this, for example, and we'll get back to those 3 things from the left. So first, some special edition. So there's a Supreme Titanium edition, a Cyclone visual, which again we'll get back to, and a Twin Frozer 2025. But also on the right, there's some new technology that we're looking into, and we're applying upgraded vapor chamber and core pipe design. So always looking to innovate and to improve the cooling solutions. You'd be forgiven to not notice, but or maybe to forgotten already, because these things have been talked about quite a lot and for quite a long time already, and they were announced quite a while back. But starting yesterday, I believe the RTX 5060 series are available, and you can actually buy them. Obviously they are also on display on the booth. Yeah, I don't think we need to go into too much detail.
No.
I think, again, like it's been covered
This is
a
way
lot.
more interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, especially at an event like this, you're looking more at the blingy stuff. So yeah, these are, most of them are special editions, and there's one in there which is going to be a regular card, I believe, which is a maybe evolution of an existing concept that was already there on the 40
All
series.
evolutions maybe in that regard. Not all.
Yeah, something like that. So
No.
yeah, let's go to the first one. This is the most blingy of them all, and the one that I've seen get the most coverage so far, for obvious reasons. I mean, it stands out. And so this is a titanium edition based on the RTX 5090 Supreme SoC edition. So yeah, I mean, it's already a huge, ferocious, big card, and now it's in a very gaudy,
This picture doesn't do it justice.
No, it was difficult to find pictures that do it justice,
Yeah.
to be honest, because it's the finish and like how it moves and how it shines if you move it in the light. That's especially makes it stand out, and it's a combination of the titanium, which is especially in the middle there. And then on the edges, there's more like a gold fine veneer finish as well. I've seen it being described by media as, it actually looks like a piece of jewelry, and it feels like a piece of jewelry if you're touching it. So there's really something very cool about it. I did see that we do plan to have this as like a for sale product, because a lot of times products you see on events like this, you have to wonder, and we're also always wondering, like, is this something we're going to actually sell, or is this just for showing
To ask customers and to
or
get
getting
feedback.
I mean, but this one, it seems like there's already plans to make it available, not in huge numbers, obviously. And I don't know.
No price.
Exactly. I also don't know about the pricing.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably also. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for something that's, very,
Don't wear it on your neck, Chet.
No, I wouldn't. No, you need a pretty big neck for that, or
Yeah.
some support, because this thing is heavy. Even and I mean, to be fair, this one might actually be. I'd wonder if it's lighter than the regular version because of their use of titanium instead of metal. So
Send me a
could be that
sample
it's-
and I will let everybody know.
Exactly. Yeah, it could be. So we're gonna try and get a sample in the coming weeks, but who knows? Another cool addition that's there is this 5070 Cyclone Visual OC. Now, I know that in previous, I think it was last year or maybe in CES, there was also a Cyclone edition, because I looked it up and it was more like a gilded version. This one is different though, because it has in the fan hub, as we call it, so in the middle of the fan, there's actually a functional display there. And so as you can see there, it's displaying versions of Lucky in different country outfits.
Alan says, whoa, that's an old design. That says
It
enough
is.
about your age, Alan.
Yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't know this.
It is, because I mean, you'd be forgiven to look at this and think, oh, that's a new concept of a card, but actually it isn't. It's a nice reanimation, let's say, of an old concept indeed, which is this, and this was the N450 GTS Cyclone, as you can see. So this was the original card that it's basically based on, and this came out, because I had to look it up as well, in September of 2010.
This was really popular. I was sales that moment, and Cyclone was. This is actually not the first Cyclone. We had
No.
more of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And you notice the retail box.
Yeah.
Almost no NVIDIA logos.
No, indeed.
Now it's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
big NVIDIA logo
I
with
know,
small
yeah,
MSI
yeah.
logo.
But I mean, times change. But I
Time
think the
change
thing is,
indeed.
and also you had, back in the day, you had CPU coolers that kind of looked like this as well, with
Yeah.
the radial shape, the rounded.
golden orbs, thermal tape.
I remember Zalman was also
Zalman,
one of the
yeah.
big brands that did that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, pretty cool. We talk about this a lot. I mean, we're like old people, and we remember these things.
Wobbly Rick had one.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, good to see you guys also have some of them. But anyway, so we do talk about sometimes with HQ and say, would it maybe not be cool to bring back some of these old designs and like maybe not one-on-one, but update them to the exactly, yeah, update them to current standards, obviously. But yeah, so this is one of the things that's on display. I don't know if there are any plans to put this on the market, if it will be for sale. So at the moment, it looks like it's simply just for display.
But there was another retro look.
There is, yeah. And so that's the 5060 Ti Twin Frozer 2025 OC. Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, it looks kind of unassuming. But if you know the history, you go to the next slide. Oh yeah, that's on the back actually. And it actually says there, Twin Frozer 2 Retro, which is pretty cool that they've put retro on it as well. But yeah, that's based on this card, this design, which is the N480 GTX. So this was a bit more high-end than the one that we showed before. Because the 80 class back then, I think, was the top of the line, right? There was no 90 class, there was no TI.
This was actually already the third revision of Twin Frozer, because it was before this it was Twin Frozer, and before that it had a different name. We got sued in Germany because we used a name with a patent on it. So then we changed it to Twin Frozer, and then this was
this was
the
Twin
third.
Frozer 2, but it was the third iteration indeed. But as you can see clearly, it's based on this design with the white T, or however you want to say it, like the shape that's in there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a throwback, and if you're into that kind of thing,
this really looks like really similar.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
same
but
vibes.
I think that's the thing that's cool about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could update it maybe a bit, but
we should make retro series for everything, for notebooks, for motherboards.
Yeah, I would love that. I think a lot of people would as well. But it's more for the older generation, right? Because like if you're new and you're in your early 20s or something, you probably don't know these things. You don't care about them as much. But then again, you might just love the look of it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And these are not just based on old technology, because the fans are new.
Yes.
The heatsink below the cooler is also totally upgraded compared to how it looked in the past.
However, I still have to stress, I don't know if these will be for sale at any point. No. So at this point, they're kind of floating the idea, I think, and seeing like
a lot of positive reactions.
Well, but then how many people are walking around there that actually have seen these things in the past, right? So you're preaching to the choir, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think
old fossils.
Fossils indeed. But you're trying to get a feel for would people be up for this kind of thing? Is there a market for it? Because ultimately, it does need to. You need to be able to sell them. Otherwise, you're just losing money on them. So, yeah, but it's a really cool idea. I find it really cool. It really brings me back to what I always call the
How much memory did this one has? Oh, 1.5 gig DDR. What is it? 3?
Probably.
Yeah, and this one has
maybe
16.
maybe even GDDR2 or something. I don't know.
It's there. It's difficult to read.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, and these came out in 2011 actually. So that's kind of the throwback. Then a new old concept, I would say. So this the Expert series actually was introduced with the 40 series, if I'm not mistaken. They looked really, really nice already, and this one is a little bit updated in terms of design. I'm 100% sure they made some improvements when it comes to the performance as well. And as you can see, it immediately got an IF award on top of it as well. This is the design that was, I would say, kind of similar to the NVIDIA Founders Edition, at least on the 40 series, which was you have on the left side, let's say, there is one direction of airflow, so basically to the back of the card, but on the back plate there's also a fan blowing in the other direction. So basically that means exactly flow through, and the PCB is somewhere in the middle. But yeah, interesting concept, and it looks really nice as well. It's a completely different looking card from the rest, and I think a lot of people were captured by the looks, by the design.
If you love cheese, it's useful as well.
But some people indeed jokingly call it the cheese grater, because you could, the pattern on the front right side, it looks like you could, grate some cheese or vegetables. But yeah, anyway, you couldn't. By the way, we tried. They didn't like that.
The giveaway today is for Tempest Rising.
Yes, it's a game.
It's a
really
game.
nice game.
Yeah,
it's
a cool game if you like Command & Conquer.
It is. Yeah, we did a stream about it a couple of weeks ago. So
2 weeks. No,
2
weeks ago.
I think more.
No,
more than that. Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
anyway.
sure. I was there.
But yeah, you can watch that after this stream if you want. Okay, then on to gaming gear and storage, which are also some categories, obviously, of ours. So starting with some mice. So as you can see on the left, we have
them here.
We have some. Well, not these, but what
Peter
they're based
always
on.
gets these kind of samples like months
recently. Yeah, but here's the original of this card. Sorry, of this mouse. We can actually. Can we do this?
I don't know.
Do you have it connected?
Hold on. Yeah, is this going to work?
I don't know. We did test it before, and it did. Hey, yes.
Whoa,
hopefully the compression will improve. But yeah, it's based on the Versa 300 wireless.
Wow.
Oof, that compression. Ouch. But yeah, really nice mouse. It's been out now for a couple of months. We did a live stream about it as well. And yeah, this one on the booth. No, I'm not sure if it's in there actually. Might just be that.
You show fake products. You don't
No,
have
not
the mice.
fake. I do have it, but I'm not sure. I think somebody's using it or something. Actually, might actually be in here, but doesn't matter because it's basically.
We're going to do a live stream about that.
No, we already did.
Oh, we already did.
Yeah, the Versa 300.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You
right.
can switch back
Oh,
to the.
sorry, people. Everybody's seasick.
Yes. Anyway, so on the left, it's based
These
on,
are the
on
8K
that
versions,
same mouse.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this one has a different mouse sensor in it, so it's a PAW3395, and yeah, it's enabled to do 8K or 8,000 hertz polling, yeah, up to 26,000 dpi, 650 IPS, so that's the movement rate, let's say, and 50 Gs of acceleration. Which means that basically if you start moving out of nowhere, that's the 50 Gs is what it can handle just out of the directional
Alan is
change.
asking, is that the one Eric drowned in Coke?
Oh, I don't know. Which one did you drown in Coke?
That's the problem, Alan. We never told Peter.
Oh, Christ.
So-
Okay, well, seems like I'll find out
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah. It didn't happen.
No. There's no video evidence of it,
No.
obviously, right?
No.
If it happened on stream. If you guys know about it, then
Yeah.
anyway. Okay. But yeah, it's based on the same concept and the same shape as the Versa 300 and 300 Elite that we have. And then on the right, there's the Versa 500 wireless case. So this is a newer concept. I do believe we showed two versions of them on CES. One was a right-handed version, and one was a
Gamescom as well.
symmetrical design. Could be.
Oh, no.
Gamescom
that
was too
last
early.
year. Yeah,
No,
sorry,
it was
yeah.
CES. And it seems like they were still trying to figure out, should we go with the symmetrical shape or should we go with the right-handed shape? The right-handed shape obviously won because that's the one on display here. The predicted weight, and this is not a finished product yet, it's prototype, is they're aiming just below 70 grams. It's a wireless mouse, so keep in mind that there's a battery in there as well. It would be fitted with a Pixart PAW3950, so that's a newer and more high-end sensor than the one on the Versa 300 there. Also 8K polling, of course, up to 30K DPI. 750 IPS, also 50G acceleration, and also pretty cool there is a new scroll wheel that's using magnetics or Hall effect, let's say, in it. So that's a new concept, so it's pretty cool. We hope to be able to tell you more about it as it becomes available. Shadow Wilsk to what is Pixart PAW, he asks. Well, that's a bit difficult. Let's just say PixArt is the brand that makes the sensors, the optical sensors that are in the mice, and so they have different, they have PMW, PAW, they have different designations. PAW tend to be used more on wireless mice, if I'm not mistaken.
all these mice has different capabilities, polling
Yes.
rate, DPI, etc. So you have high-end, low-end, and these are the more high-end ones.
Yes. So anyway, but we maybe if that's an interesting question, something more of you want to know, then let us know. Obviously, and maybe in one of the upcoming streams about a mouse, we could cover that. Right. Yeah. So here you can see.
The right gear.
Yes.
You said right.
Yes. So here, basically, this is a display to show two products, which on the left is the VersaPro Wireless, but basically it shows it in parts. And on the right side, equally in parts, is the Strike Pro Wireless, the keyboard. And the goal of this is to kind of show you, give you an idea of what the insides look like, especially with the keyboard. I think it's similar. We've done live streams about some of the more silent keyboards as well. And this one also is quite silent, so it has the sound dampening layers there to give an idea about that. But on the next slide, you see more detail about it. We won't go into too much detail because, yeah, at least the mouse shouldn't take too long to actually be available on the market, and the keyboard might take slightly longer. Can't say exactly how long.
Term.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I do have. Let me just show you that. I do have them in the studio, but it's an early sample, so I'm not not allowed to show it to you yet. You want to do the camera stuff?
Oh, cool. So I should put this button?
I think so.
Wait.
There you go. So this is Strike Pro Wireless. So it's a wireless high-end keyboard with silent switches, as you can see. Silent. Yeah, I'm not going to cover too much information about it because, again, a bit too early. But we'll do, when it eventually is available, we'll do a full live stream on it. Maybe even do a teardown if we can. But it's pretty cool. I've been using it for a while now. I really like it, especially for home. I have little kids, so the really loud keyboards can get annoying after a while, especially when they're sleeping. They tend to hear that. So yeah, it's something really nice, different than what we're used to. And then the other product that we actually recently recorded a video for this as well.
I don't know what's up with the webcam today.
I also don't know. There's a lot of latency here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also recently recorded a video for this that will be released at some point soon as well. But yeah, this is also a really nice high-end mouse, right-handed, very, very ergonomic. Some really cool extra buttons on there as well. We'll get around to that. Obviously, when the product launches, we'll do a full live stream about it. And also, there's two versions of it. There's only the mouse, let's say, and there's the mouse and the charging dock. So yeah, this is obviously the version with the charging dock. And it's really, really cool. I've also been using it for a couple of weeks. And it has some pretty cool, nifty features. But again, I don't want to spoil too much about it, so...
Thank you for borrowing your phone, Peter.
Yes, you're welcome.
Today everything is slow and laggy.
It is. It's all right. Yeah. We'll get used to it.
These are cool.
Yeah, we also saw some special editions of existing products on there, notably two different versions, two different products. So there is the GK600 TKL, and I also have that one here. So that's, we did a full live stream about this one. Again, it's, okay, yeah. Full live stream about this a while back, and this is a pretty silent wireless TKL keyboard with a screen. And yeah, it's just a really nice package, I would say. And so, yeah, there's some different colors there, and also the Strike Pro Wireless we just covered. So let's go to that one first. This one won't be available on the market, by the way, but this is just to kind of showcase. You can swap the keys out. This is what is called a skeletal frame design. It's ABS plastic keycaps with electroplating on it and some silkscreen printing, I've been told. All in all, I've seen some media dub it as the Expedition 33 keyboard, which is also really nice. I didn't think about that, but yeah. It's a nice concept. It's just basically to show that if you really, if you're creative,
you could use this for typing because where you touch the keys, it's just flat.
You could, but it could be annoying, I think, and I think it will catch dirt pretty quickly in the nooks and crannies there. But yeah, you know,
that's the life of a keyboard.
Yeah, true. But I mean, yeah, it's really nice. But again, this is really more for display, for showing.
Diablo vibes.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Okay, and then this one is some variations on the Forge GK600 TKL wireless. So again, that's the small keyboard that we have. We did a live stream about it. So on the left, you see what we call contour line keycaps, which is basically, I think it looks really nice. It's ABS keycaps with double shot injection molding, and obviously the light coming through the lines Really nice. And on the right, it's what's called the Mars rover gradient.
Just put all the paint in the bucket and let's see
No.
what's comes out.
There's an actual concept and an idea behind it. Let's say so. It's but it kind of looks indeed a little bit like that. But if you look up close, there are some details about Mars and some.
I see. Like, what is that white thing on the shift key?
Yeah, so it could be something like a rock or a Mars rover or something indeed. So there's a concept behind it. It's pretty cool and those.
Backspace. It's talking about space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Back to space, and but those keycaps are actually made from PBT materials as well, which again, like the original one, also uses PBT keycaps, which is you can't see light through them because they are more solid and more durable, and they are using 5-sided dye sublimation to kind of get that color combination. It's really cool. Probably quite costly as well, it being PBT and all the the different ways of painting it, let's say, and doing the colors. But it's basically just to show how versatile these keyboards are, and how easy it is to make them look different. And these all use like standard plus or MX shape stems, let's say.
I'm smiling. For me, it's just keyboard is a keyboard.
I know, but some people really like swapping those things out, and
like Monkit.
Yeah, but it's like some people like wearing different shoes every day, and others like swapping out some of their keycaps every now and again. So but yeah, pretty cool just to show it. You can go to the next one. So also on show there, this is now coming to our storage department, is the Spatium M571. SSD. It uses the latest Phison controller, which is the E28, which is pretty cool. What it does is, in the past you saw...
Literally.
Yeah. You saw things like that. Go to the main cam if you want. Yeah, there you go. You saw the first Gen 5 SSDs that came out. All of them had pretty much some heat sinks. This one is a bit more extreme because this one has a pretty big heat sink. But you also have smaller heat sinks. The point being, they all used a bit more power than the Gen 4 drives. And obviously they were a lot faster, but because they used more power, it also the heat needed to be cooled from them.
And this was, if you look, only 12.4.
Yes, yeah.
So this was the first generation Gen 5.
Correct. Yeah.
And then they upgraded the ARM chips to get higher performance controllers.
Yeah. So now you have both faster drives, but also more power efficient. So that means that instead of, I believe these first generation of drives were somewhere in the range of about 11 watts that they used, and this drive uses anywhere from 7 to 8 watts, something like that. So that's a pretty significant reduction. Exactly, while retaining a higher performance. So that means it no longer requires a big beefy heatsink. Just sticking it underneath the motherboard heatsink should be fine. Pretty nice development there, I would say.
So we're ready for Gen 6. Then we can use the beefy heatsinks again.
Gen 10?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, this was the nice thing was we did a live stream a couple of years ago with the CTO, Chief Technical Officer from Phison,
really interesting.
And he predicted that. Of course, he was already working on it for a long time, so he would know.
Had him finished in his office.
Exactly, but he already knew, obviously. But he also said, like, the biggest challenge will be that you want more speed, obviously, and we can do that. That's no problem, but it will use more power, and that power needs to be cooled. The heat needs to be dissipated. So basically, you'll get, and so then it was already predicted that we would get some bigger heat sinks. So yeah. Anyway, pretty cool.
There's also something new?
Yes, also something new indeed. So this is the Vortex series, also storage, so SSDs, let's say, but these are enterprise SSD solutions, so not really for sticking in your PC. You might also see on the right side there is a format that people probably don't know, so not quite your standard format. So It's really built for AI, things like AI, data centers, servers, enterprise applications. And the available form factors, as you can see on the right side there as well, are, for example, U.2. That's I think sometimes still in
U.2 you find on some high-end desktops.
Exactly.
I think we're now phasing it out more or less.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the past we had U.2. It's a square connector.
Yeah.
Typically used in enterprise server, etc.
Exactly. Yeah. There's 2.5-inch SATA, obviously, so that one is still very consumer grade as well, and used a lot in enterprise still as well. But the things that you don't find there are, for example, E3.S and E1.S. I also didn't know these connectors, most of them, so I had to look it up.
E1.S is like a ruler format, like quite thin and long.
Yeah, well, there are actually ones that are actually called ruler, which are like E1, but like taller. Twice the length or something like that, indeed. So, but anyway, you can think about these things being in like big rack servers and stuff like that. So yeah, really data center approach. So yeah,
the big change for servers is, and you see that on the bottom ones, they need to have an easy connector because on the front of the server, later we will talk a little bit about servers. You have all the storage, and you need to just be able to hot swap them.
Exactly. Yeah, just pull them out and pull the new one in, and that's it. And,
indeed. And then with a U.2 or SATA connector, like that doesn't work.
Or M.2 with the screws and stuff. It doesn't really work that well. So yeah, plug and play basically. But yeah, getting into that space as well, which is quite interesting and something new for us.
Yeah.
And then as the last thing that I have, it's the datamag, and of course we already have the datamag. I've got one here as well, which is our magnetic portable storage. As you can see, we did a live stream about that a couple of months. Yeah, exactly, a couple of months as well ago. But this is up until now we've only had the datamag 20 Gbps, which is 20 Gbps is for the speed of the USB connection it uses. And coming up will be the 40 Gbps, so that's twice as fast, and that will be using USB 4 as the standard. So yeah, same concept, a little bit of a different facelift to how it looks. So it's a bit more of a normal brushed look to it. But yeah, that one should be coming sometime this year as well.
Again, two cables, one short cable so you can put it behind your phone, and one longer cable for desktop or notebook use.
Yeah.
And currently, with the 20 gig, with the, let's say, datamag 20
Gbps, yes.
And the 2 terabyte version, we have a giveaway.
Yes, we do indeed. So you can actually get Tempest Rising in several countries. It's not a worldwide action as far as I know, but yeah, check in your country if it's available or not. I know it's in the UK, for example.
We have a bundle, and we are going to give away.
Yeah, so it's a bundle indeed. So if you buy one of these datamag 20 Gbps 2 terabyte versions, I believe it was, then indeed you can claim the game as well, which is pretty cool.
Or if you win, if you go to msi.com/enthusiastinsider or go to our Twitch channel or YouTube and you click on the green link, you can also participate in a giveaway, and Peter is going to draw another winner.
Drawing the next winner right now. Wait.
I have to know when the decision to go with AMD for the Claw made. We don't have any details, but I know that we talked yesterday with the product manager. Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah.
He said there was a lot of demand for AMD. Yeah. And I also saw an interview with somebody. They said, "Did AMD come to you, or did you go to AMD?" Actually, fact is, we talk daily with AMD.
Yeah, with both
daily
sides.
Daily with Intel, daily with Nvidia. In Taiwan, in our office. Also, we have con calls regular basis with them. So, if we, for example, AMD. For example, if we don't do this Claw for AMD, but we do notebooks for AMD, we do mainboards for AMD, we do other things for AMD, we are in contact with them. So, and then naturally it's like, hey, I see you have a Intel Lunar Lake or Meteor Lake.
I mean, the thing is, we started off with Intel, and that's basically the decision, I believe, was made internally, and so at that point from what I heard, we decided to stick with that first and mature that platform. And then I think, the decision was made to go with AMD whenever we felt the time was right.
And now side by side. So we will continue with Intel, we will continue with AMD.
Yeah. So it's not, they wanted us to stress this as well. It's not that we're swapping one for the other and we're ditching Intel for the Claw and we're continuing with the AMD. No, they will be available simultaneously. Correct. Yes.
We're doing giveaway.
Yes, correct. So the next winner is called Medic Solcano. So
what a name.
Yeah, Medic Solcano. Congratulations, Medic Solcano will get in touch with you and I hope you will enjoy the game.
Eric sometimes get a text from AMD at 2 a.m. Well, sometimes in the weekend when we have an NDA leak or something, they're trying to...
you get Martijn indeed, obviously we know Martijn very well. He used to work for us indeed, so obviously there are ties there.
Yeah. Indeed. And good ties.
So,
okay, let's
will MSI be the only company to offer both? That I don't know. I don't know enough about what, for example, Asus or HP, Legion, or there are a lot of different platforms there.
I don't want to say. I would say no. It's just a matter of time, but.
If they don't already, because again, like I don't know enough about it. Maybe some already offer both sides as well. But for me, it makes sense that eventually everybody will probably offer both.
Yeah.
Probably. Anyway. Right.
Let's talk a little bit about components, motherboard cases, PSUs, etc. So. On the boot we have different segments, like we always talk to you, MAG, MPG, MEG, etc. This is the MEG, and we have a PC built with it. This is, I believe you already...
People are saying your mic is dead.
Oh,
can you check if it's still on?
No, it's maybe it's empty.
Oh, crap. I don't know.
Yeah, this is flashing. Maybe it's empty. Oh, then everybody's lucky. Then you have to talk.
No.
Come on, Peter. Is this power?
Yes.
Come on.
No, it's electricity.
So kind. I'm going to put this on the table.
That should be fine.
Yeah. Is it? Now on again?
Let me check if he was sitting on. No, he wasn't sitting on it. It was not plugged in previously.
It was not charging in the last few days.
Yeah, this one is still on.
Yeah,
okay,
working?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Should be working at least.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Peter, for the life-saving cable.
Welcome.
140 watt, 100 watt going into this?
What?
Probably melting away.
No, it's 65, I believe.
Yeah, okay. So on the boot we have different kind of segments. MAG, we have a PC built with that. And the case you already know. On CES we had two, let's say, case mods with this case. One with two mini-ITX, and here we have it displayed again. And let us maybe go, what you see here, for example, you see a new liquid cooling here with a display on it. You see two separate separate displays here on the back. Let's go into detail. We don't have a video of this, but
the displays are not really visible here.
No, later we will show you in detail. So this, what is it? It looks like a bench table.
There's multiple ways you can use it. So you can use it as a traditional case, as you saw in the previous photo. But if you turn it on its side, indeed, you can actually use it as like what we call in the business a benchmarking table.
Yeah.
Which, for example, reviewers tend to use. Why? Because it basically just puts a motherboard on it, and then you can very easily access all the components to swap them out if you need to, which is very handy if you're doing benchmarks.
And one of the big benefits is, you can see it here in the bottom. Nowadays we have, in the past you always had air cooling and you just put it on there.
Yeah.
But now you have liquid cooling. Sometimes you see this as well here. Yeah. We have a liquid cooling in front. Now you can also mount that.
We have to put it like, it's a bit awkward, let's say, but it's always like a loose thing you have to place somewhere.
And this one can also mount it.
Yeah.
But this tray design, you can also put it in the PC, in the case, that's why you have the case, of course, and you can rotate it. So basically, you can have your like a horizontal mount or a vertical mount for your motherboard.
Yeah.
And you see that on the right. So it's quite versatile. This is the liquid cooling inside. So it has a. Do I have more? No. Okay. So this is the liquid cooling inside. It has a display I don't remember. Michiel probably going to kill me. I told you, this big.
He's already messaging me indeed.
Oh, 2.3 or whatever. It doesn't matter. It has a display on top of it. You can rotate it. The tubes are in the middle. And if you can see on the right, so here the tubes are in the middle of the liquid cooling and of the radiator. So over here it's not easy to see, but you see it's quite short. But this removes a lot of tubing in your case.
Yes.
And without any problem, you can still rotate it here. The display on top of it. Where's my mouse here? Yeah, so this really looks awesome. Anything else? What Michiel told us? Do you remember?
You didn't put anything in the notes?
Yeah, probably. That's who cares?
Well, then I think we covered most of it so far.
Yeah.
Again, it's a really nice.
Otherwise, Michiel needs to join to do this.
We'll obviously do some live stream about this as well when we get.
Oh, Michiel is in the chat. 6 inches.
Yeah. Something you wish you had.
He's going to have evaluation meeting tomorrow.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway. 6-inch display.
Indeed. So let's continue. So also this motherboard is not on the stand. That's why we included. But the European Hardware Awards, which is an association of how many media?
A lot of them. But this is what I mentioned at the start of the stream when I said there are different types of awards. There are awards that you can apply for, which, for example, the IF award and the Best of Computex award. Previously, before releasing a product. These awards can only be won after the product has been available for a while, and it's based on both media reviews and customer preference or customer reviews, let's say. They get to vote, let's say. Yeah. And they can only vote on products that are already available for, at least available, let's say, I think. And so usually it's products that are available for at least a couple of months already. So yeah, this is basically
this was
just like
done on Monday evening. I think the event was. Yeah, it was Monday evening.
The award ceremony.
Yeah, indeed, for all the vendors, and the MSI won with the MEG Z890 Ace.
So that's why a lot of these awards are for products they won't be displayed on the Computex booth because they're old, let's say. They've been around for...
I still want to include it because this is a nice bridge to the next one.
Exactly.
Our new X870E Ace.
Yes.
So it's an AMD based model already some time ago. Last generation 600 series we had an Ace model.
Why is it called E? Because it's not extended then, right? It's not E.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with... No, Peter. This is the chipset name. X870E is basically the higher chips, or are you bullshitting?
What? No. I was trying to create the bridge for you.
Come on. Yeah. Anyway, this is actually it's a 2 chipset design with more connectivity from AMD. Okay, so we have a new, we call it illusion lighting. Unfortunately, we don't have a video, but it's indeed. But the I/O panel, and there are enough media on the boot. Putting.
And again, for most of these products, we're not going to go into too much detail. But if we get our hands on it, indeed, we will do a live stream and we'll feature it. Don't worry about it. That's coming.
So I think this is just an upgraded motherboard. Wi-Fi 7, 10 gig LAN, USB 4, of course, which comes with AMD, front USB 60 watt PD.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff. And one of the big things, in the past, we had Godlike and Ace below that. And most of the times Ace was based on the Godlike PCB. So it was always extended ETX. But now this is...
now he says it.
But this one is ATX form factor, exactly. So it fits in way more cases.
Mike stressed this point because he's a big fan of smaller boards, let's say, like smaller form factor. So he's not a particular big fan of extended ATX. So he already said, this is one step in the right direction. He would very much like it if Ace became, ITX or mini
never
ATX.
Going to happen.
Exactly. But anyway, so he liked the fact that, hey, at least they made it, ATX.
So that was the MEG part. Now we have also MPG build.
Gaming.
It's there in the corner, so I have a more close-up picture of this. And in this one, we had the MPG X870E carbon Wi-Fi, which also won Best AMD ATX Micro ATX in the category ATX Micro ATX motherboard from the European Hardware Awards.
Just to be clear, it's not this case, it's inside of this case, because it's a motherboard.
Yeah, indeed. So here you also see a new liquid cooling, this one. Let me see. Yeah.
Hey.
So this is the Core Liquid P13 series. We already talked a little bit about some of the new Core Liquid coolers. This one comes with a rounded bezel, so you can see that in the case a little bit. So it's like a, how do you say it in English? Curved, like a curve, maybe.
Something like that. Like I mentioned, and I think in the next thing it will be like, it reminded me just slightly of a Nest thermostat.
Yeah.
Because it's like a rounded spherical design.
So this one also has a pre-installed, well, it's separate here, but a pre-installed uni bracket. So the bracket works for AMD and Intel.
Yes.
Normally it's pre-installed, and in this, with this liquid cooling, there is also cover, so you don't see it. So
it's the white thing on the like around the display, let's say.
This white
so normally,
thing over here.
indeed, the bracket above that, they put it there so that people would notice and they can talk about it. But normally that's hidden nicely behind that plate. Yeah. So you don't have to see the bracket.
And these are all the things we're doing for Project Zero, working towards cableless PC. Well, not cableless, but you know.
In the end, what's like the logical endpoint of that project? Is it like a PC-less PC or what? I mean, it's like we're trying to hide more and more.
So beautiful.
At some point, like there's nothing left, right? That
no,
anyway.
but you clearly see a
cloud.
trend.
Cloud is the obvious answer here, right? Anyway.
But you clearly see a trend in the market for bigger, like the aquarium cases, how I call them.
Nicer looking, cleaner looking.
Yeah.
So I get it, and I mean, like this has always been a thing. So.
And this is always going step by step, you know, getting feedback from customers, checking how we can tool this, and this is another step.
Yes.
And these, what we did last generation already, is these radiators. They don't have cables anymore. Well, actually, they still have two cables. In the past, they had like for each fan they had cables, RGB. Now this is all worked into two different cables. So yeah. I don't want to say cableless, but there are a lot of less cables.
Trying to minimize it as much as possible.
Indeed. And if Michiel is something, he's not complaining in chat, so probably we mentioned all the things he wanted. So this display, or this cooler, can also act as a second display for your PC.
Yes.
But with MSI Center, you can
There's a lot of presets,
it.
as you can see here. You can display a lot of different, metrics from your system. But indeed, it was mentioned that even if you don't use MSI Center or you're using a different, like I think all these values that you see here, that is only possible if you're using an MSI motherboard, we're told. But even if you're not using an MSI motherboard and you're using it on a different brand.
If you use MSI Center, Center.
Yeah, you still do, but then it would still be recognized as like a separate display in Windows, so you can still, display stuff on it. Custom logo, you can do that, for example.
Okay, for MPG we also have 3 new mini-ITX boards. First we had here a picture of Michiel on holiday pointing, but we removed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody knows Michiel likes these kind of small motherboards.
Yeah.
So first we have the X870i HDI Wi-Fi. In the past we also had AMD mini-ITX, but more low-end. This is quite a high-end one. X870 chipset. So this one comes with 3 M.2 slots. Actually, I can go to I can point it out here. So one M.2 slot is below this heatsink. You have here an expander card. One can be connected over here to the expander card, and then there is one on the back side of the PCB. I saw some people on YouTube talking about that this has 4 M.2. That's not true. Only 3.
Yes. But 3 is still quite a lot.
Yeah. More than enough. Well, it should be more than enough if you want to run a mini-ITX.
Exactly.
And this is up to date with all technology. So you get Wi-Fi 7, 5 gig, beefy VRM, and cooling.
PCIe, all that kind of good stuff.
27 watt power delivery. So I think a really nice motherboard. Yeah. Then a bit lower end is the B850i HDI Wi-Fi, and you see, if you remember the previous one, you probably recognize the fan in the heatsink. So this one only has 2 M.2 slots, one on the back and one below this, let's say M.2 cooling heatsink indeed. So also Wi-Fi 7 320, so we have the right frequencies. All of these are 2 DIMMs. What else? Easy Connect design. Yeah, they all come with Wi-Fi, so we also upgraded our antenna. So it's magnetic and it's easy to connect. So in the past you need to screw them on. Now you just can plug them on, and you have to hope they don't fall off. No, they don't fall off.
No, I mean that's the whole thing. But if it do accidentally, or somebody yanks it, or a pet walks across it, it doesn't damage because it's not screwed in. So it will just fly off, and then you can just connect it again, and so it's
And then we have a new Intel-based one, which is the B860i HDI Wi-Fi, and these will all actually Michiel already has them coming in, but
some of them are still in transit.
No,
it's customs. I know. Yeah,
not in transit.
It's still technically in the transit
No,
process.
one guy a few PS is sitting on top of it. Probably.
That's still in transit, technically speaking.
I guess 1.5 weeks stuck in.
I don't know. I think maybe he likes it as well.
No, Michiel doesn't like it. He's like,
he's still waiting
how do I
them.
get my motherboard? So the B860i Intel-based, also 2 M.2 slots, one below the heatsink, one of the back of the PCB, easy antenna, Gen 5, frozen guard for cooling, and 5G LAN, Wi-Fi 7, Thunderbolt 4. That's one of the big differences. On AMD we only have USB 4, and this one gets Thunderbolt 4. So I think they only one Thunderbolt 4 on the back. I would say one.
But the whole thing with Thunderbolt is you can actually, with a dock or something like you can have a lot more connections with that.
Michiel, I'm afraid Michiel is getting these.
He is, because he's in the chat there.
Oh, I'm calling EJ with Customs. Keep them there because Michiel is forcing me to build a mini-ITX PC.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now he knows. Yeah, Custom is keeping my baby hostage.
Yep. All right. Maybe let's move on.
Yeah. Then we have it's time. We have still enough
MAG,
slides.
MSI Arsenal Gaming, obviously.
Yeah, indeed, also PC built with that. And over here several things. You see the display in the back again, and here it's clearly visible. That's the Vision Lite 12 inch.
You got it right.
Yeah. Well, it was there, so.
Oh yeah. They should put that in the name more often. That helps.
Indeed. Actually, it's 12.3 inch. But wow. Let me see. Yeah, this is just for the show. They put a lucky here, so it's custom made. So this is a new case. It's the Pano 130R. It's quite an interesting case because this is one of the first cases which supports not only ATX and micro-ATX, but also back connect, or Project Zero standard, back connect ATX and micro-ATX at the same time. So quite a flexible case. And as you can see there I want to say, as you can see, there will be more Project Zero boards, but that's after.
Yeah, you will see that.
Spoiler alert. You will see them. Yeah, indeed. Also, aquarium look. Is that the right term?
No, I think Mike actively said to avoid that. Indeed.
Aquarium look.
It's panoramic.
Did you see with Ruud, the FEE department, they have a...
they had one with a theme that was like an aquarium.
They put fish in it.
Did they?
Well, no,
I didn't see that. A plastic fish, maybe.
It was like, I want to put water in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's probably not good for it.
It's inviting me to put water in it.
I know. But no, so it's panoramic indeed.
This one comes with 4 RGB fans, 3 are reverse blade fans, and that basically means normally if you have a fan, you see the sticker, and it's
only one way.
Yeah, it's indeed.
Yeah, you have to put it the right way. Sorry, otherwise you're gonna have a problem because it's gonna vacuum it's gonna.
Yeah, indeed. So these are reverse blades, so it looks nice and it functions as advertised. And then you have one in the rear there as well. And Mike pushed us to talk about the 90-degree rotatable PCI bracket.
Yes.
So you can have a vertical GPU mount if you want, and that's what you want with these kind of cases.
Yes.
So this is the Vision Lite 12. It's like a 12.3 inch display, and you can. Let me see. There
we go. A little bit of a.
So here in the case you see one mounted vertically. You can also horizontal mount it. You can mount it because it fits perfectly on the 360 millimeter case fan bracket, so where you put the radiator for your liquid cooling. And that means you can put it on top. Probably nobody will see it. In the back here, sometimes on different spots as well. But it also comes with a standalone stand. So you can use it as a display outside your PC. And this is a thing, I mean, you see this popping up more and more. The big problem with this is that many of these displays are HDMI. And then you need to either loop your HDMI or sacrifice HDMI. And this one is USB. Well, it's USB 2. I won't say USB, but USB 2.
Yeah, USB based.
Yeah. So that's way more convenient, and as you can see in the screenshot on the right, you can run Windows in it, or in the screenshot in the middle. Yeah.
Different panels or information.
Information.
Or maybe you can run the unskippable ads at some point that will be introduced to games or something. You can say, all right, run them on there, and then don't bother me.
Yeah, sorry, Skeech, we don't have any pricing at this moment. It's way too early for that. I hear in some YouTube videos, I hear them floating prices, but that's probably an indication because we don't know what the import tariffs will do, and VAT, so there's
no point in communicating a price yet.
Yeah.
Also, it's the USB is also not just Type A. Mike stresses in the chat, but it also supports internal pin headers. So that means that you won't even need to dedicate a Type A USB port for that. So you could just connect it to one of the internal headers that you might have on your motherboard, and that's it.
And this is already a long time in development, so it fits with a lot of cases we already have on the market. So it's not, it's compatible. So yeah, I like it.
Yep.
But why not use your phone for it?
Because I need that. Because what will I do if I need a close-up?
Yeah, true. True.
Right.
Project Zero. Actually, it's now called PC. So Project Zero
That's
PC.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice shorthand. Yeah.
So this board we already showed you on CES. But then we didn't know when it was coming to the market. It was still with the black PCB. Now we know we're going to put this on the market. It's our second AMD board. First we had a B chipset for a Project Zero board for AMD. So this is the X870E Tomahawk Wi-Fi Project Zero. Project Zero basically means all the connectors are on the rear. You see that on the picture on the right side. So all the thick cable connectors are on the rear of the PCB. And if you have a case, like this case, which support it, you can put, and maybe you can see that.
You can basically it has cutouts and stuff, so that the
and
cables
also
actually
on
go
this
to the back.
side it has room where you can put all the cables. You can loop them through, hide them, and then your build will look better.
And you don't have to worry about cable management as much.
The big
which is one of the, like, building a PC is really nice, but the cable management afterwards is like, yeah, if I could just not do that part, that would be great.
I don't know when this will come in the market, but I don't think this will take a long time. I mean, probably a couple of months, I would say.
There's a lot of considerations.
Yeah.
With
so if we talk a little bit about detail, I mean, it's upgraded to the latest standards, AI and AI. Nah, I'm joking. No, but all the things you know from us. This is AMD, so it has USB 4, 40 gig, Wi-Fi 7, 5 gig LAN, shield frozzer for the cooling, and you see on this motherboard there are a lot of heat sinks. To make it look good.
Also there, to make it look clean, because obviously you want to keep that clean look that you're going for.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
And it serves a purpose because heat sinks are good for cooling things that are underneath it, like M.2s and stuff.
Yeah, and this also uses all the easy DIY features we have, like the PCI Express release, the M.2, the shield frozzer, etc., etc. Yes. Then a couple of new power supplies. The A1000GL we actually had in black already, and we had it in white for the A850, but we did not have a.
Is it this one?
No, no, that's GLS. You can put it on the table.
Supplies.
Yeah. And this one. And then we have the 8000 GLS, which is a newer version. We will talk a little bit more in detail. Interesting on this one is that even I don't know how you call it, but the in the previous one.
Oh yeah.
The
Might
connectors.
want to highlight that. Actually, if you go back a few slides, I believe there is one separately, power supply at some point. Maybe one or two more.
This is
that one.
Small
highlight on the right.
Yeah. So this is the 850 GL, and here you see the connectors, the plastic connectors where you put your cable in, are still black.
The female parts, let's say, right? There you go.
Yeah. And in
the
this
new
one,
one,
we also upgraded that to white.
Exactly.
Yeah, and as you can see here, the cable is in white, and Mike was talking, and then, oh,
Like,
this is still
yeah,
black
that
and
part's still
yellow.
black, yeah.
Well,
But-
the yellow we do on purpose.
Yes.
That is because of these connectors, you know, we hear a lot about smoke and burning stuff on the internet. We made them yellow because then you can see how much you have to
Yeah.
push them in.
Yeah.
If you still see yellow and you plug them,
You're doing it wrong.
You're
need
doing
to,
it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You need to plug it in completely.
yeah,
So all the
indeed.
yellow
it's
is
a
gone.
safety measurement.
Yeah.
Measure. Yeah.
Yeah, safety measure. Yeah.
Okay. So ATX 3.0 supporting, let me see, yeah, I'm not going to point them out, but supporting the new PCI Express connectors for all the new GPUs. So you see that over here. And yeah, more white than ever.
Yeah, yeah. Just it's about the details now, right? Just
Yeah.
getting the details right, and yeah.
Indeed. Then this is a new GLS series PSU. And
That's this one. But
Yeah.
then this was not the A1000.
Which
Maybe
one do
you
you
can the A850.
did we already announce that, or is that still in the A? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Not
Doesn't
anymore.
matter.
There you go.
Okay. One of the big differences for this one is that it's semi-digital. So
Yes.
the GLS is semi. So it's a semi-digital power supply. Should be a little bit more efficient in the usage. And yeah, this will also come on the market step by step, besides the old ones.
Do any of these PSUs have a USB port? Not these.
No. No, this is not digital that you can measure all the
Exactly.
things. A few things.
That's also
Peter,
not the MAG line, I would say. That's
maybe you can show this.
Do I need
with
to
the
open it
phone?
up? Oh.
Nah.
You will open it
Yeah,
up?
we'll open it up.
Unboxing.
Yeah.
Wait. It's not working yet.
It's open already.
There we go.
Anyway, the 3 frames per second. What
Oh
is
my
it
God,
today?
I don't know.
Maybe we need to be very slowly.
I don't know. The network isn't really playing nicely
Well, okay.
today.
A few things I want to show you. So,
Oh my God, the compression.
if you move, you get compression. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's not too bad now. It's still not good, but
No. I think this is the important part. So, about cables, because in one of our previous generations, so we have the, let me see, we have the 12 volt of a 12V 2x6 connector. One goes into PSU, one goes into GPU. And in the last generation, of course, we also have the normal 8-pin. Is that clear? Maybe
Yeah.
like this. Yeah,
I think so.
The two are there. And the previous generation, we got comments like, what if you have AMD?
yeah.
And yeah, people were right. So in this one, we fixed that because we include an extra cable, which you can also use on the new power connector, but goes to the old 8 pins. And
Yes.
with this AMD cards, or maybe even some Intel cards, will not have a problem anymore, because most NVIDIA are using the
12 volt high power.
yeah, indeed. And 600 watts, up to 600 watts. And AMD, most of them, what I see in the market, are still using the 8-pin connector.
Yeah.
So with these cables, you don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah.
So solved.
Nice.
And these are not all the cables. I mean, a lot of
whole
cables in
bag.
there. Yeah.
Exactly,
I just
as
want to
always.
show you.
And as always, remember, only use the cables that come with the power supply.
Yeah.
Never mix them.
We saw somebody in the internet saying, I have an MSI cable, or I have an MSI burned down, but he was using a different PSU, combining it with the MSI cable. That doesn't work.
That's a
Each
big no-no.
vendor has different cables.
Exactly.
So always watch out with that.
Yeah.
We need to fire the webcam guy. This is really
Yeah, the network.
terrible quality.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
We're going to do another giveaway, Peter.
Yes, you announce everything and then I'll...
Minecraft, yeah. Looks like Minecraft with all the
Yeah,
pixels.
a little bit. So you
I saw the movie, it was really nice.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
My son loved it.
You announce how they can participate and stuff like that. I'll draw
I
the
want to
winner.
keep the last one for myself.
It's too bad. I mean, we still have one after this one, so
So, me?
I don't know. Did you participate?
No, I like the game.
You need to tell people how to participate. Then maybe you can do it as well.
Okay. go to msi.com/2/insider or on Twitch and YouTube. Click on the Gleam link, participate, and yeah, we probably give another one away.
Aww.
You know how I play this game?
Badly.
Yeah,
I watched it.
The AI is
It was
really
painful. It was painful to watch. But then again, I think the thing is, you didn't play it before the stream, so for you,
No,
everything
no,
was new.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
You never did any.
But I played it at home, and the AI is really tough.
I know it is, and that's why
I'm
you
always
first
doing skirmish because
it-
you were playing the single of the campaign.
the campaign.
Right?
Yeah, I was playing
Yeah.
through the campaign. I like that with the cutscenes and stuff. I really like that as well. But anyway. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, obviously, like with a lot of games, you first have to kind of figure out how does everything work, or what can you do. Anyway, but it's a really nice game. And the next winner is called Ubu. UBOO. Congratulations, Ubu.
Can we ban Mike in the chat?
Why?
Yeah. I didn't play before. Eric was just weak. Yeah.
Is he lying?
Let's continue.
I believe he mentioned it during the stream because I remember you thought you were playing together against the AI,
yeah.
and then halfway through you figured out you were actually playing on opposing teams.
Yeah,
so,
indeed.
I mean that took a while.
What the AI took out the other AI?
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then
Yeah.
it was just you, one AI, and Mike.
Yeah.
and
And then Mike took out me.
took you out.
Yeah.
Indeed. Anyway.
Okay. So I mean, if you're really old, you remember this. We were discussing until when this dates back, but it's really a long time. Z770 chipset on Intel.
Oh, yeah.
But these are our M-Power
I used to have one
motherboards.
of these. I had the Z87 M-Power.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, no, I did. I know. I remember that.
We spent a lot of time on developing these, also from our office here. A lot of
Yeah.
input, color scheme, features for overclockers, etc.
Yeah.
Then we also had our own overclocking event, so that's also why we developed them for. And M-Power, because it has a long history, it's back.
Hey.
Funny marketing name, B850 M-Power. And as you know, our naming rule, normally an M behind the chipset is micro-ATX. But this is micro-ATX, so it's
They didn't want to do B850 M
space,
power.
yeah,
So they just put everything together.
Yeah, indeed. So this board is made for overclockers in mind. So it is 2 DIMMs only. 2 DIMMs only means you can reach a higher frequency. So you can go, for example, for memory overclocking records. Normally these are set on Intel nowadays, but you know, with a different CPU that can change again. It comes with a small OC dashboard. You see that here on the left side.
Yes.
And with that, people can control, for example, frequency, clocks, etc. So that's for the LN2 overclockers. And this is during the G-Skill overclocking competition, which is each year, already for the 11th time, on Computex, on the G-Skill booth. And this person over here is our in-house overclocker, Top PC we call him. He's really called Top PC.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have a different name, and I don't think...
He probably has a Chinese name. But it might just be the Chinese translation literally of Top PC. Right? I think he was born and his parents were like,
Top PC.
Top PC.
Yeah.
This is Top PC.
Indeed.
Born with this purpose.
This Alpha, Lucky Noob from Indonesia. Others I don't recognize, but yeah, they were Team MSI and they broke 9 records with this motherboard. I don't know, 5 global first places and 4 hardware first points. You see there, CPU frequency broken, 2 of them with different CPUs. And this is how they collect points in this G-Skill overclocking competition. Yeah, really nice done. On the bottom you also see B850 M-Power with a space, but that's right. So yeah, really nice effort.
Yes.
And this motherboard, should also be soon on the market.
Yeah. But I mean, you might think maybe you can explain it, Eric, because you might think, okay, so I mean, this type of record breaking, what does that mean? What does that signify? Why is that important? Why do we show that?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
It doesn't. I mean, this
it
is.
does. It's a testament.
It's pushing the hardware, but
in order to push that, what do you need?
Liquid nitrogen? Or what do you mean?
Stability.
Yeah, stability, indeed.
So
indeed.
it just shows you that no matter how far you push
But,
it,
Peter, this was a
it's
little bit
hugely stable.
Yeah, indeed. But this was also a little bit from the past, because now with the last, I think, 10 years maybe already, or 8 years, we have
been
Top PC in our R&D team, and he's doing this for all the motherboards.
I know.
And sometimes this is one of his babies, so he's allowed to make a project, a special motherboards like this one.
True.
And I mean, his knowledge really is instrumental for all these motherboards.
Yes.
But yeah, this is indeed what Peter says, to have stabilities under high frequencies,
Again, it's
extreme
nice
conditions.
What I want to say with that is it's not just us saying, oh, look at us, we're so good. And stuff. No, it's basically just saying, okay, guys, you take this motherboard, and obviously Top PC was involved in creating it and helped to do that. But it's more about displaying how, no matter how hard you push it, it's really stable. It can handle pretty much any extreme situation. Not that we're expecting you guys at home to do that, but still, it's a demonstration of, it can handle pretty much anything you can throw at it.
Alan is correct. Top PC has a overclocking channel on YouTube. It's all in Chinese, and he's really technical. So whenever there's a new platform, probably the same moment he's live with a lot of technical details about the chipset and all the registers and settings and the architecture. We sometimes borrow his presentations, but we leave out the difficult stuff because he really goes into details.
For most people, it's way too detailed, way too technical. But for us, a lot of the times as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is something we're working on. We call this pin-safe design. You probably already know from our motherboards with DDR5. On the back of it, you can see it here on the left. We don't have pins anymore, so the solder pins are not there anymore. This is done via the SMT soldering process, and now we're also doing that for other connectors. So as you can see, and I think everybody knows,
if you've ever handled one, indeed, you take it on the wrong place, or maybe it slides across your hand, it can really scratch you. So this is the thing. It's like just a simple usability and user friendliness idea that, okay, can we reduce that, because some people were still can get caught out and they get unfortunate injuries.
People are still dying from handling motherboards.
Well, basically, we used to make jokes about it because there were people saying the same about those heat sinks, on motherboards.
The roller coaster edition.
Exactly. And so you basically said, well, you need to sacrifice some blood to the gods of PC building and stuff like that. It was like a joke among people because everybody
took many casualties.
I was going to say, everybody who's built PCs probably at one point or another has accidentally cut their hands or their fingers on something.
Oh, the old cases, the old ATX cases. If you need to break out all the things, it was not like now it's with screws.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah. So this is the thing, right? So
I know another one.
So ML Paladin is also saying it's not really PC building if you don't draw blood, right? So it's it was a thing back then.
Yeah.
But again, we're trying to make it more, because it doesn't have to be, and it's things that usually we don't even consider because we are just we accept them. We're just like, that's part of it.
Like Project Zero sometimes still surprises me.
No, but
if
that's
I
the thing.
Pick one up, it's like, the connectors are on the back.
Well, but I mean, so that's why sometimes we still think about how to improve that because some people still get caught out. But anyway, blood sacrifices no longer a thing.
Well, it still is, but
not so much.
Hopefully soon it will be gone. This is still. You will see this coming in the market in the, let's say, second half of the year. I don't have any model names.
All coolers were made with razor blades. I know. I mean, those fins were just razor friggin' sharp, man. I don't know if they, if they used knife sharpening stones to do that, but anyway.
This is also a project we're working on, Portal X. It's a web-based RGB control. So
this is really cool. I like this.
It's an interesting concept. We still have to see it live because they sent out a press release with this. We didn't test it ourselves yet, but that will all come. A lot of developments regarding RGB, and everybody knows RGB gives you
more FPS and more performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Really true.
I really like that there's no installation. It's something you don't have to install the software if you don't want to. And so it just provides you another option.
Not sure if anybody is into VTubers, but this is this is a seemingly one of the most popular VTubers called Iron Mouse, and this is like a virtual character.
Yes.
And I don't know, I don't want to bullshit because I don't know, but if I say they get thousands of viewers.
No, millions. They've actually in the US. No, easily. In the US, they were actually.
So I didn't bullshit.
No, they were actually. I don't know. I don't follow any VTubers either, but I do know the trend a little bit, and I have seen it. I've noticed it. There's actually been how do I say this? Performances like it's in a stadium in the US that was friggin' sold out.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like you get like this virtual performance.
Okay, we have a fan, Alan. Alan, please explain us a little bit more because I'm old.
I mean, don't underestimate this. It might not be your thing.
Iron Mouse rocks. Not say a bad word or you will be hunted down. I'm not saying a bad word. I'm just saying I'm old.
It's a thing, and it's not necessarily our thing, but that doesn't
millions
mean,
of followers.
There you go. Yeah. It's huge. And it's
Born
more,
Joker is also saying pretty.
It's more popular among the younger generations, I would say, generally. But still, I mean, it's quite a big thing still. Yeah.
So together with Iron Mouse, we're also introducing a teamed PC.
Yes.
Pink.
Okay, boomers. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Boomers indeed.
It's okay if it's not your thing, right? I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this really, and then look into the details. Oh, this is a display mounted in the front of the PC, so you see her dancing.
There's like an animation indeed.
Yeah, it's
It's an animation.
It's an animation because she's virtual. Then it's always an animation.
There you go. Why are you trying to correct me?
So this is the motherboard. It's AMD based on the x870E Edge TI Wi-Fi, but yeah, different color scheme.
Yes. Yeah.
I like the monitor.
It's really cool.
Yeah, this is the case, Pano 100R, Project Zero, of course. White. It should be pink.
No,
why it's called white?
White as a basis. They use that product as a basis for it, obviously.
Yeah. And then the monitor. I like the what is it?
The little devil's horn.
Yeah, the devil details.
Yeah. And then there's a little, as you can see, a little tail coming out of the cable management hole as well there. And
really
I mean, it's really in the details.
Yeah, indeed. Do you have more about this?
Yeah, the
liquid
cooler,
cooling.
Obviously.
The A13 360.
Alan wants one now.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, if you look at this, wow.
Yeah.
Keyboard's your department.
Yeah, I know.
What's the pinky?
I haven't seen it.
No?
No, I think it's a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have yet to see it. But I think, honestly, it makes more sense to sell it as a, either as a combo, like a whole set, but maybe separately as well. I don't know what are at the moment.
Okay, tonight I'm going to check this this Iron Mouse.
Mousy will be stoked to see this. I can guarantee you she knows about it. Because obviously otherwise we wouldn't be able to do this. So it's a collaboration. Yes.
Indeed. Looks great. Okay, let's talk about monitors. Let me check time. Okay. We don't have that many new monitors. What is this, Peter? You remember what Mankit was talking about?
He said just read the icons, right? Wasn't that
the icons? No. This is a 27-inch 4K monitor. This is.
Did it win the European Hardware Awards as well, or is that the desktop standing next to it? You can read it.
This is the one I did Photoshop for.
It is this one. Yeah. So it is. So this one also won a European Hardware Award.
Yeah. Indeed. So this we have it. It's somewhere in a C shipment. It's coming here.
Yeah.
We're going to do a video with it. We're going to do a live stream with it, and then we're going to talk more about this. But especially about this is using a new OLED panel, which is a 5-layer tandem OLED, which gives you more brightness.
Right. Yeah.
The problem normally on 27 inches is that it has
if you have 4K, that means it's a very dense resolution. So that's why it says 166 ppi. That's pixels per inch. So it's really dense.
Over here.
And what Eric was saying indeed is that the problem when you have that dense of a collection of pixels is that there's less light coming through them, let's say.
So less brightness, and with this 5-layer tandem technology, it's a new generation.
Yes. It can get just as bright as anything else.
Indeed. For the rest, not much exciting. I mean, there are a lot of things, but we will talk about that in the live stream. Yep. And this is an MPG monitor. Another MPG monitor is the 271, so 27-inch, QR 4040p, QD-OLED X50. And X50 means 500 hertz.
Oh, I thought it meant times 50.
No. 500 hertz. So that's a quite high refresh rate.
Some damn smooth pictures there.
And this one also has an AI Care sensor. So this one comes with a new technology we call OLED Care 3.0. On the boot, actually, we have, I don't know how long it was running, but we also do burn-in tests. So OLED seems to be holding up in the PC business quite well.
Yes.
In the beginning, everybody was quite afraid, what if you use it on Windows for office use?
Well, it was a new technology. So like plasma back in the day, right? That had the same thing where
also a lot of heat.
Exactly. So so it's a new technology, and I think now they've pretty much got a good hand on how to minimize the risk of that. And
one of these things,
unless you have this thing on 24/7 for the whole year, you might run it and disable all the OLED Care type features, which actually help to protect the panel. Then you might run into some issues. So you really have to try now to get burn-in on these things.
So besides a 500 hertz frequency, this also has an AI Care sensor. So basically, there is a small lens camera inside. It will detect if somebody's in front of it. And then it will, if you go to the toilet or take some food because you want to put something in your keyboard, right?
To feed the Iron Man.
Then it will detect that and it will start the panel refresh for your OLED. This can take up to 6 to 8 minutes, but if you're coming back, it will abort it. So it will not interfere during your gaming sessions anymore.
It's pretty clever. So it's trying to find a way to do it in a way that doesn't interfere with you or gaming or anything like that.
Also in the past, it was about you need to do each 16 hours, and with this new panel, it's up to 24 hours. So things are improving.
It's a step in the right direction.
And I don't know if we're getting this sample, but for sure we will get a 500 hertz
It might
monitor.
take a while. Even if it kills ManKit, we will get one.
These are coming with C shipments, so it's crazy long waiting times. 27-inch 4K. This is dual mode, so it means you can do 4K 160 hertz, or what is it? 1080p 320.
Full HD.
And this one comes with mini LED, so there's a lot of
dimming zones.
What?
Dimming zones.
Yeah.
You were going to say that, right?
I want to say something else, but this is dimming zones. Which means it helps really with the brightness. I mean, the picture doesn't do it justice. I saw,
that many dimming zones on a 27-inch monitor, that means it's like really small things.
Indeed. So if we're going to talk, I don't know if you're getting a sample of this one, but we already showed you, I think, a monitor like this on Gamescom last year. We were there and we played with switching the resolution. And why is this useful? If you want to, for example, play a game which is high FPS or like an eSport title, you probably want to go to 1080p with high FPS, so 320 in this case, and high refresh rate. If you want to play something where you graphics are more important indeed, and
bit more
it's
slow paced maybe.
Indeed, like Minecraft.
GTA 6 when it comes out.
On PC, that's still many years ago.
We got dreams.
Anyway, and this one is also a white monitor. You see that in the back of the monitor.
You wouldn't say it from the front.
No.
But
Also here, there is a lot of icons before the feet, but the feet is white. Yeah, indeed. Then this is the 272, means 27-inch again. QPW, W means white, Q is 4040p, qd-oled X28. So basically this is a 280 hertz monitor with actually here it says 0.4 and here it says 0.3. Probably is an animation and it will go down to 0.5.
That's a movie. And the crazy thing is, because when I realized that this was a video playing on that monitor that they actually took a photo of with a DSLR camera, for that to be that clear, like on with a DSLR camera, that means it has to be friggin' high FPS indeed. Otherwise, you get a lot of more smearing, right?
Yeah.
So this is the ultimate esports monitor, I would say.
So here you have it, 280. Let me see if anything else what we would like to highlight. No, we will probably also have that one here, and so it's 280. You have like the 500 hertzes. This is
sorry, I meant this one is the ultimate esports monitor.
yeah, there's always something better. So this is a 600 hertz monitor. It's not because the 500 hertz monitors we showed you are qd-oled.
Yeah.
So it's great quality. This is a TN panel, but it's faster.
Yes.
So this is a rapid TN. It's technology with inserting black frames, right? To get this high.
I don't know the exact thing, but that's what he mentioned.
Yeah. To get the high refresh rate.
Yes.
You also see now on a lot of these models they get firmware update, because in the beginning it was only the MPG models. Now you have this also on more MAG models, so it's always useful.
If there are new features added or things that need to be fixed alongside, then but it's rapid TN as you mentioned, and it's 24 inch.
I have a movie.
It's 24 inch and it's full HD, right?
Yeah. So the one on the left is the 600 hertz model, and the one on the right, I don't know what it is, but it's obviously a different panel.
Yeah, and it's
different food,
lower, but also lower.
And somebody in a movie told me, some editor in a movie, I think Leo from Kid Guru, I think he was talking about the left one is 600 hertz and the right one is 500 hertz, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So, here you have it. 1080p, like what Peter said, 24 inch. So it's not a big one, really esports monitor.
Yes. Yeah, really suited for esports.
Yeah. Well, here you have it. The first gaming monitor in the form, in the shape.
The first professional monitor that's also suitable for gaming.
No. The first game monitor with a pro jacket.
Yeah. Okay. You could also say that.
Yeah. I hear people from HU claiming like, oh, this is the first pro monitor with 144 hertz, and you can game on it.
For MSI lineup, yeah, that's true.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah. No, not only MSI, for the whole market.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but this, it's. Well, I think it's a benefit because at home, if you have like a monitor you normally use for office, but you want to play games, it's useful.
I do that.
Yeah,
I do that.
Well,
that's
there
me.
you have it. But the living proof.
The thing
you
is,
want to upgrade to 144?
Yeah, but I don't want to
you're
go
now, You're now at 75, right?
I don't want to go.
75.
I don't want to go to 24 inch.
Oh, it's too small for you.
I have 27. Well, I'm not I don't need a huge monitor, but I am used to 27 inch now.
We will check. Okay, and being a B2B monitor, it also has built-in speakers, ICE Ergo, these kind of features, and it seems to get firmware updates.
Also.
Yeah, and we know we never will ask Mankit to do a live firmware update during the live stream anymore.
Yeah. No, indeed.
Yeah.
We might ask tech support to do that.
Yeah, maybe you saw this already, but we also have monitor arms. So these are up to in black and white, and they spot up to 20 kilograms. So that's for most monitors.
Apart from the really big sizes, that should be enough.
Indeed, compatible with phaser mount 75 or 100. Desktop, this is a Vision AI. This one is upgraded a little bit with the specs, of course. 50 series came out. New Intel platform. So this is with the Core Ultra 9 285K. K, of course, for a gaming PC. With an MPU, because then it's an AI PC.
And that's a requirement these days. No, I mean, the thing is that right now, it still might seem a bit ridiculous and stuff like that, but it's only going to get more, and it's going to get more integrated. So the thing is, like in a year or 2 years' time, you're going to be glad that you have the extra AI horsepower.
Yeah, indeed, because more and more is going to be AI powered, and we saw Nvidia having their AI game client who can help you in game. Intel is having the same.
Well, obviously.
And that's already going to make use of the Intel MPU. You can offload this.
There you go. And it probably won't impact your performance because it's not using the CPU, it's using the NPU.
Yeah,
so,
indeed. 50 series we already talked about. Silent Storm Cooling AI. This basically means you can automatically adjust to the different levels what you need. This comes with AI cooling. Glacier Armor, that's on the memory, DDR5 memory, so it comes with heat sinks. And you can say, but all memory has heat sinks. Well, in a lot of these kind of full system builds, it's just, and we have many of them without. It's just memory without any heat sink.
Yeah, it's the value memory, let's say.
Yeah, it comes up with most important, the display at the front.
The big, huge thing that's in your face.
Correct. This touch panel, indeed.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we did we have a live stream about this?
I'm wondering that. I mean, we've had live streams with this system.
Yeah, we did it on Gamescom. We talked about this one. We had a live stream.
Yeah, and we had the what was it? The Trident X3 or something that also had one of these displays at the front. It was smaller than this, obviously, but we had one with a display at the front.
Aegis.
Oh, was it Aegis? Yeah. Could be. Yeah, I confused the names. But yeah, anyway, but this one is really the next step.
And you see they show off all the awards. Best of Computex, European Hardware Awards, CES, 2025. That was
Mike said, don't forget about AI, Eric.
I already mentioned AI.
I know, they're lagging behind. It's on, he's saying it on YouTube. And YouTube has always got a delay of
So Brian has a question. Why did MSI stop making AMD cards? I don't know. I even don't know if we really stopped. But yeah, you're probably referring that we are not included in the launches anymore for the new generations. That's true, but I don't know the story behind it. No. And maybe I really don't. Do you know if you're selling the old AMD cards?
I have no idea, actually. I didn't.
I should look. I should open the VJ or VJ price list to find out. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, the Trident AI second generation. So this one is a bit more mainstream. The previous one, this one of course is a really high end with all the high specs. So this will go up to a 5070 GPU, an Ultra 7, so another Ultra 9 comes with. And yeah, also has all of those features like PCI Express 5.0, Wi-Fi 6E. And this one's quite interesting because it uses ATX 12 VO. And we did a live stream about this a long time, maybe already 2 years ago. That's basically a different motherboard design, different power supply design, which is more efficient. Yeah. And yeah, you mainly see that being used by OEMs and by some of the system integrators. So if you build a pre-built PC, if you buy a pre-built PC, and in this case, because we sell a pre-built PC, we're the OEM in this case. So that's also why we use it. I'm not sure if we will see this in more and more models, but if and when we do a live stream about this, we will for sure go in more details about this. QB. Actually, you don't want to talk too much about these two because we have them. They're shipping to they're shipping to here.
We have a lot of samples coming in.
I even think we can move maybe to weekly live stream, but better we don't do that. But you know, bi-weekly we should be able to do.
Well, as soon as they start coming in.
Indeed.
That's a precondition there.
So QB series, small form factor PCs.
More business oriented.
Yeah, indeed. And
can also be used for home
some
entertainment,
have
obviously.
Thunderbolt, they can up to 3 or 4 displays with 2 Thunderbolt, 1 HDMI and 1 Type-C connector. With the alt display port connector. They can be mounted on the back of the PC. Also best of Computex for what? Oh, QB NUC AI series, okay. Here you see, this was one kid wanted to show the fan, how it works. Yeah. So they have a new improved fan. We made a joke about it, but we're not going to repeat it on the live stream, right?
No, we basically just, it shows you that the air pressure it provides is higher. So on the left you can see the ball rising much quicker because of the increased air pressure that fan
and that's
provides.
Important for these kind of small form factor PCs.
Well, more air pressure simply means better cooling. So it's quite as simple as that.
Okay, this is also a movie. This is highlighting 2 or 3 of the new cases, DP80, DP180, and it's going to show our AI robot. Pro DP21, DP80 and DP180 on the left. So these are different B2B cases, 1 liter, 2 liter and 18 liters. And the 18 liters, of course, you can fit a discrete GPU in. And this is a demo of the MSI AI robot. This is what we developed. I'm just going to show it. AI.
Yes, everything is
Did
AI.
I win? Yeah. No, but everybody is working these kind of things.
Yes. And it is good to have assistants like this that just make your life a little bit easier if possible. So.
And you can select the different AI models, etc.
Yeah, we'll show that in a minute indeed. So here, this is a demonstration that it works. It's trying to give a summary or a distilled version, and here you can see all the different versions of AI that you can select.
Yeah.
At the moment, at least. And again, this is a dynamic thing, so.
Yeah. So.
Shall we do a giveaway first before we move on?
No, we only have one left, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's do
it
it at the end.
To the end? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this part is quick. This is the boring part. Peter said, don't show this because they're not interested. Because most of you are gamers.
I didn't say don't show it, but I did say put it at the end, and two, make it quick.
I will make it quick. I want to show you this because MSI is more than gaming hardware. And actually, we have a second booth. This is our booth for our, it says next level AI solutions, but it's way more than that.
It said that on the other one as well.
Yeah, probably.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Probably. Yeah. But this is, for example, we are also making, maybe like in the McDonald's, or if you want to order, restaurants indeed, fast food probably. Yeah. You see these kind of order kiosks. We are also making these. It seems, I didn't know this yet, but 360 video conference system.
We need to test. Yeah, we need to test that.
Indeed.
That would be cool. Maybe that could be a new stream concept that we could use that, like
with COVID. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, you still need to be in the same room.
Yeah.
This is our sim racing, obviously.
No. This automotive, so a lot of things for trucks.
Yes.
But also entertainment systems for airplanes.
But it's also like
buses,
safety,
taxis.
right? You can see those two like mirror things.
That's corner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's more like safety oriented and helping people, who drive these trucks to do things safely and maneuver better and stuff like that. So
yeah, indeed. This is smart parking management. You see here the picture on the back. Maybe this is not in all countries, but some countries already have that they indicate with a big light. Here is an empty spot.
I've seen this, and this is such a freaking game changer, man.
Yep.
Because have you ever been in a parking garage and it
Which
says there's space?
Busy.
It says there's space when you drive in.
2 places left.
And then you're like, and then sometimes you can see like, oh, there's a spot there, and then you drive up. It's like, no, it's just a really short car. Crap. And then you still need. Oh man, it's just if you just see the light, like there's the green light. Yep. So there's a spot. Let's go. That would be so much easier. I love this.
Yeah,
I want
so
this.
This is also an AI solution, so with detection, and we're making this together with DeepX company.
Yeah.
These are our industrial products, so and for this market they're using a lot of products which longevity is important, so it's not only
durability.
Yeah, you have 9 years, 9 months availability. No, it should be 3 or 5 years. And this is going in kiosks, in displays, in
factories. It doesn't matter, like any and all
fueling stations.
But also server parks or whatever.
Talking about server, no, not yet, but Edge AI, also a big thing. Basically means local AI, so not in the cloud, but locally.
Yeah. Disconnected from the internet.
All companies are looking to add this.
It's one of the main things, right? A lot of companies do like AI and they would like to use it, but the main concern is, but if I use it, everything I put in is going to be available and shared in the cloud and whatever, so I don't have control over it. So this is the obvious potential solution to that, saying, all right, if you have like a local version, you still get the benefits, so you don't really have to worry that much about the potential security things.
On the right side, you see an error detection setup. I don't think I have a detailed photo of that, but this is for assembly and then manufacturer that they can detect errors by AI.
Quality control?
Quality control. Like big wall with all kinds of server boards, single socket, dual socket, Epic, Xeon. Here you see servers are all about memory, having enough access to a lot of memory. So then we're not talking about dual channel. Rack servers as well. So probably those same boards, but then in a rack mount.
This is for data centers and stuff.
So at the top you see all the storage base where all the drives go, different configurations, and mostly hot swappable. And here you see the back, and at the back normally you can hot swap the PSUs. Actually, you can see that here at the sides, and here there is a hinge which you can flip. And there is a handle, so you actually can carry them.
You know the thing I hate most about these things?
They make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I was going to say the fans. And the thing is, they can't really do much about that because like these things aren't really very tall, right? So they're quite flat. They're like blades, let's say.
19 or 21 inch.
Yeah, and so fans have to be rather small. And the thing about, and still these things need a lot of cooling, so those fans do need to be spinning fast. And small fans that spin fast tend to be quite noisy. So it's something that unfortunately they can't really do much about. But
our ICT department, who is managing our server park here, sometimes they have a server there. I'm like, oh my god, is this allowed?
They have to put in earplugs and stuff like that. So anyway.
So also rack mounts or RV3 and EIA solutions. So these are also total rack mounts which we deliver to customers and server parks. This is the what's called the MGX platform from NVIDIA. So this is a totally rack mount solution. If you check the NVIDIA keynote, you know, they only talk about this kind of thing. They don't talk much about gaming anymore. It's all about the data centers of the future, the AI data centers. And I mean, you cannot blame them. You cannot blame companies because there's a lot of money involved.
Not just that. I mean,
big opportunity.
You can think about the money and stuff like that, but I mean, imagine the things, you know, how this is going to speed up and accelerate all kinds of development in terms of, you know, product development, but also execution and bringing things to market, things like quality control, as you said, but also in like medical fields and all kinds of stuff. No, but I mean, everybody always talks about the money and stuff like that. And obviously that's what's happening right now. But like I feel like people don't think about, you know, what this is going to do and how this is going to improve a lot of processes and like the quality of life for a lot of people as well. So anyway.
So this is the data center solution. So you have a complete 19 or 21 inch rack. And this is the DGX station which NVIDIA announced. So you can fit multiple GPUs in if you want. And
not all of them have Jensen's signature.
No. He came to a booth and then signed it. And then you have the small solution. This is the Spark. What is it called? DGX Spark solution. And then you have about 1,000 AI tops for these kind of solutions. And this is quite similar. Like this is Blackwell. This is quite similar like a Blackwell GPU, right? Like 1580, 5070 or something. I don't know how high the AI tops are. But this is for professors or students who want to locally work on their own AI models indeed. Peter, I think that is it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, guys, that means it's time for one last giveaway.
Yeah.
So let's get to that. The last winner for our Tempest Rising.
Well, my workplace announced that AI would take over most of our functions.
The thing is, I've seen that before. What was it? There was a joke or something going around the internet about the I think it was a Klarna, right? It's like a pushback, like a kind of like a credit card thing, but like payment over installments and stuff like that. So buy something now and then pay later, and he, like, I think the director or something, also the CEO said, I mean, we're gonna replace most of our workforce with AI. You wait and see, and then he did that, and then I mean, AI is still kind of wonky sometimes, right? It's a bit unpredictable, and it turns out that you still need some people. So now he's trying to
out of the 106, only 34 will be left. That's big. Yeah.
Honestly, I think that this is wishful thinking. That this is something that's only looking at numbers, you know. But I think if they're actually, you know, looking at quality of work, and it depends on what line of work you're in, obviously. But I don't think it's just so easy and it's ready yet to simply replace people.
I hope I can replace my job with AI. Then I go home, cash the check, and let AI do
Well,
the
that's
job.
the whole thing. You don't cash the check then.
Oh,
so this is the problem.
But I don't tell my boss AI is doing it.
Oh, that. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's. I think he's watching.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
Last winner for today.
Yes, and not replaced by AI. Our last winner for today is called Laoz Soy. Laoz Soy, SOY. Congratulations.
Congrats. You get this nice game in the coming days by email.
Oh, there you go. They're in the chat. So congratulations.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, we'll reach out to you and yeah, we'll get you the game code and we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you all for today.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Who did this? Me. Okay, who did this?
Good preparation. Good. we actually normally what we do is we announce the topic for the next live stream. Today we actually don't know because we have a lot of products.
I know.
We have a lot of products coming in.
Next week, no live stream, and the week after that we have a live stream.
But which product?
I don't know.
So it's going to be a race because it's going to be the one that's going to be in our hands first.
Mini-ITX.
Yes.
Or the 272 monitor. We have the two QBs.
Yes.
It's a race.
Yeah, we have multiple products.
And I hope Michiel doesn't win with the Mini-ITX because he probably will ask me to build something very small.
Blindfolded. Let's go. Anyway, thank you for joining today, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, thank you all. Enjoy Computex. Bye-bye. I hope this button works. Yeah, good. Mute. Thank you.